Greetings and welcome to the Reparenting Daily podcast. In this podcast, we'll dive deep into reparenting, exploring all of the tools and resources that you'll need to help you along your journey. This podcast is divided into 3 sections. The first is a daily reading. The second is a discussion of the reading followed by suggested journal prompts. And the last section is a peaceful meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us today. I'm so glad that you're here as we continue on this journey of self-expansion and growth. If this is your first time, welcome. Before we dive in, a quick reminder. Like, share, and subscribe to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Your support here helps spread the word and grow this community of self-reparenting. Now for a few updates. First, I'm excited to introduce our Patreon community, where for a small monthly fee, you can join us for 3 weekly reparenting support meetings. Sundays, we have a guided meditation for emotional grounding. On Tuesdays, we have a book club discussion for deeper discussions and growth. And on Thursdays, we have open topic conversations for real-time support on any topics that may come up. You can find all of the details about what's included in this community by going to the Reparenting Daily website and checking out the community tab. In addition, we now have a WhatsApp support group, a global network of fellow travelers available anytime you need encouragement, guidance, or simple connection. This is just one of the many ways we're building a strong, supportive space for your reparenting journey. The next announcement is that I've just released my first few books. The first is the Reparenting Daily Journal, a structured 365-day guide to help you work through reparenting day by day. Starting in 2025, each month focuses on a key theme with weekly sub-themes. The Reparenting Daily podcast episodes align with the journal, making it an interactive and immersive experience to help you stay focused and ensure real progress this year. Now for the next announcement, I'm thrilled to introduce Fairy Tales for Reparenting Daily, a collection of 3 books inspired by Jungian analysis, mythology, philosophy, psychology, and most importantly, the work of Marie-Louise von Franz. These short, simple stories are designed to help you reconnect with your inner child and experience healing through storytelling. What makes these books unique? Well, at the end of each story, there's a deep dive analysis exploring its themes, explored by journal prompts to help you reflect on how these lessons relate to your personal journey. All of these books are now available on Amazon, so go ahead and take a look and support this project. Reparenting is a journey of growth, iterative change, and continuous improvement. Much like nurturing the bonsai tree, it requires patience, care, consistency, and attention. Thanks for being here and supporting this work, and for committing on your journey of self-expansion. Now, without further ado, let's dive into today's practice. Today's reading is a blog article from the Canadian Mental Health Association. It's entitled, What is Emotional Literacy? Understanding Your Emotions, Understanding Yourself. Just as a reminder, we're in May, and the theme for this month is emotional regulation. We're in week 1, and the theme is understanding your emotional landscape. What is emotional literacy? Understand your emotions, understand yourself. Emotions play a huge role in our lives, our actions, and our relationships. Yet most of us know surprisingly little about what they are, how we experience them, and why we have them in the first place. Some psychologists might say we are low on emotional literacy. This lack of emotional literacy leaves us ill-equipped to manage the variety of emotions we experience on a normal day, let alone during a panic. Focusing on naming, expressing, and dealing with our emotions, like the ones we and the ones we don't, is important for our mental health. By learning more about our emotions and how to name them, express them, and deal with them, you can use them to better navigate your daily life, make better decisions, and feel more at ease. What are emotions? Emotions are sort of internal road signs or stoplights, with the lights flashing in different parts of our bodies in different ways. There's a subjective part, which is how you feel in the moment, what we might call happiness, sadness, or fear. There's a physiological component, which is how your body reacts to what you're experiencing, clenched teeth. And then there's often a behavioral component, which is the action you take in response to how you feel. How are emotions felt in the body? Emotions manifest physically in a variety of ways. Your breathing or heart rate might speed up or slow down. Your body temperature might rise or fall, leading you to feel warm or cool. Your facial expressions and body language might change, furrowing your brow and slumping your shoulders when you're feeling frustrated, for instance. And finally, emotions might trigger movements like tapping your foot or twirling your hair when you're feeling nervous or impatient. Thanks, and that's everything for today. You can check out the rest of the article in the show notes. Welcome back, welcome back. Today's reading explores emotional literacy, the ability to recognize, name, and understand your emotions, which directly supports May's theme of emotional regulation, and this week's focus on understanding your emotional landscape. This article explains that emotions are complex, combining subjective feelings, physical sensations, and behavioral responses. They serve as internal signals that help us navigate daily life and motivate actions that promote survival and well-being. However, without emotional literacy, the skills to identify and express emotions, we can become overwhelmed or disconnected from what we feel. This lack of understanding can make it difficult to regulate emotions effectively or communicate them to others. This reading also highlights how naming emotions can reduce their intensity and improve our emotional regulation. Research shows that putting feelings into words can help the brain can help calm the brain's fear signal, the amygdala, and it also activates areas responsible for emotional control and understanding. This practice not only helps us manage difficult emotions, but also deepens connections with others. By accurately labeling emotions, we make it easier for others to understand and support us, fostering empathy and healthy relationships. Developing emotional intimacy, developing emotional literacy uh, is a key step in building emotional resilience, transforming how we relate to ourselves and others, and creating a foundation for long-term emotional regulation and well-being. As we look at the journal prompts for today, number 1, what emotions have I experienced most often this week? And how did they show up physically or behaviorally in my body? Number 2, what emotions do I tend to avoid or struggle to name? How might that be affecting my emotional landscape? And number 3, how can I practice labeling my emotions more accurately to reduce overwhelm and improve connection with others? That's it for today. As always, thanks for being here. Take care of yourself and please do be well. Welcome back. Welcome back. Now, this is the third and final section of the daily podcast. This is your silent meditation. Please go ahead and find a space where you can be comfortable and undisturbed, where you can relax and spend some time with yourself for this 10-minute silent meditation. You can choose to be sitting, standing, lying down, or in whatever position makes you comfortable today. Take a moment to simply be with yourself. Focus on your breath and gently connect with each part of your body. If thoughts arise, don't let them overwhelm you. Just observe them without attachment. Imagine them as leaves drifting down atop a river, passing by without needing your engagement. Stay present, grounded, and open to this moment, no matter what time you are listening and practicing this meditation. Namaste.